everyone. Welcome back to Be Better with Suzan. I'm sending you good vibes and a great big hug. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Suzan Nguyen. I'm a host of Be Better with Suzan. I'm a published author of a book titled One Arm But Not Unarmed. I'm a happiness coach and also a speaker. And I love the platform that we have at Now Media and BBWS because I'm able to highlight some amazing people with some inspirational stories. And today we have in studio Dylan Tran. Hi, Dylan.
Hi.
How are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing really well. Thank you so much for being here.
Of course. Thank you for the invite.
Of course. So tell us a little bit more about yourself.
My name is Dylan. I'm 17. I live in the Katy area, and I do YouTube, and I really enjoy it. And I'm just seeing where the future takes me.
Yeah. So a fun fact about Dylan and I, my husband and Dylan's dad, Hun, actually went to seminary school together. I know that sounds really old. Hi, Hun. But yeah, they're good friends, and Vang is amazing, which is Dylan's mom. She's sweet. She's super fun. Hi, Vang. So I've seen them post about Dylan and super proud of their son and, you know, the things he's doing. And I wanted to have him on so we can talk about what he's doing. And also, Dylan is a recent high school graduate.
Yes, ma'am.
So I wanted to talk about that during the pandemic and what were the challenges and struggles, if any. So that's what we're doing today. So Dylan, tell us a fun fact about yourself.
A fun fact about myself.
Has to be appropriate, okay?
Of course. I don't know. I'm not that interesting. I'm 5 feet tall, I guess. I'm a small guy. So yeah.
Okay. But you're also doing some really cool things on YouTube. You're creating some content,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So that's very cool.
Yeah.
And what made you get in that direction? What motivated you?
As a kid, I've always been like not creative, but I've always wanted to like be a part of something like building wise. Like I've always wanted to be around a team and start from the bottom and make my way to the top. I've just always been interested in that. And that's what made me start. And also it's just like, I think I have a really cool life. So I just wanted to show people that too. Yeah.
When you say you have a cool life, what makes it so cool? Besides your parents.
Yeah, of course. Just my friends, you know, it's just, I think they're so great. And I just want to showcase that to the world. And the things that we do, I just think we like to plan fun stuff, and hopefully that motivates other people to not just sit around all day and maybe like experience life a little.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the direction that I like to go in.
I love that. And shout out to your high school. What's the name
Tompkins High School.
Tompkins. Any
Ober D.
teachers you want to give a shout out or show some love to?
Shout out Miss Sandoval and Miss Jones. Those are my business teachers, and I wouldn't be where I am today without them.
And what makes them so special?
They've just been so supportive, and because I'm not allowed to record in school with my camera, and they let me do that, and they saw the vision, and they're like, we'll let you record in class. We really like your direction.
So they believed in you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day I can repay them back.
I'm sure you will. As long as you keep in touch with them.
Of course.
And show them gratitude, which I'm sure you are. And let's talk about you as a senior, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you were graduating high school through the pandemic. Did you have any awesome graduation plans?
Yeah,
before hearing about COVID?
A cruise. We were going to go on a cruise and just celebrate.
Yeah.
You know, the 4 years. And yeah, that was basically it. But we were looking forward to that. Yeah.
But instead, you guys did something else recently, right? I saw photos at the beach.
Oh yeah, we did go to Destin. We did, but that was planned, and they didn't let us cancel it, so we just went.
Okay.
Might as well.
So it was the cruise and then Florida later, but you guys decided to go ahead and go to Destin, but unable to go to the cruise. But I'm sure you guys are going to postpone and reschedule that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So tell me how was graduation during the pandemic? Any challenges?
The actual graduation we had, it was fun. I got to see all of our friends and teachers again, obviously, but it was crazy because we had to be 6 feet apart. Yeah. And it's just you're not close to anyone, so you're just sitting in not isolation, but far from everyone.
Right.
And it was just a normal graduation besides that. So I'm so thankful our school let us do that. and still get the experience of graduating.
Yeah. And how did you feel during that time? I mean, your friends, and I mean, I'm sure it was difficult being 6 feet apart, or just the new normalcy, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of a struggle. For me, it is, because I'm super, affectionate. I love to hug and all that good stuff.
Same. I love hugging people.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, now you have to ask, can I give you a hug like I did earlier to you? So it's tough. But did you have any challenges trying to adapt to the new normal?
I'm trying to think. Especially quarantine, for sure. Quarantine's just every day I've always been hanging out with people, and we always take that for granted, going outside and just being around people. So once quarantine hit, the new normal was just sitting at home in isolation.
It was tough, I bet.
Yeah, it was tough.
So the graduation still went on. You guys were just 6 feet apart. Okay. And were there like limited number of people you could invite?
Yeah, you could only invite your family. That's it.
Immediate
and they would
family.
give you like 5 tickets, and that's it.
So that worked for you guys just fine. And do you believe that with the 6 feet apart and not being able to invite everyone you wanted, or just how the graduation played out, did it impact your emotions in any way, or how did you feel?
No, personally, no. But I bet other kids felt it, 4 years of hard work and everyone they loved couldn't be there.
Yeah.
I bet. But personally, me, no.
Personally, you were okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what have you been doing during the pandemic?
Just trying to focus on getting a skill, creating new skills, working out.
Yeah.
That stuff.
So tell me about your content creation. How did that happen? Was it before COVID?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was before COVID. It started last year. It started as a gaming channel, and I would play games on it.
Yeah.
And I knew it wasn't going anywhere, so I was just like, and I just got tired of playing games all day. So I took the step, and I was like, all right, I want to change who I am. I'm going to go out, and I'm going to become the person that I want to be. So at school, I wasn't known as like a nerdy kid, but I was known as like, oh, I just play games all day. And then that transition from being a nerdy kid, or not a nerdy kid, but like a gamer, and then transitioning to a YouTuber that goes out and does fun stuff, parties all the time. Not to sound like that, but yeah, transitioning into that was hard. It's like creating a new name for yourself.
Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with being nerdy. Nerds rule
Of course,
the world.
no.
Absolutely.
I love it. And I embrace it. I love playing games.
I have many nerd factors to myself, but
of course, we
it's all good. So what were some of the biggest challenges for you, and what you love to do creating content during the pandemic?
During the pandemic, like I said, the isolation thing, that was the hardest part, because my channel revolves around my friends.
Yeah.
And being stuck in that isolation, it made me think like, all right, how am I going to adapt to this? So creating content on my own was the big step, and I was super nervous, but after I got over that hump, that ended up being my most viewed video. And that video was just me talking to the camera. I
love that. And maybe we can go ahead and bring on some of Dylan's videos as well. That would be super cool. So what motivates your creativity? Like you mentioned, during COVID, you're isolating, you're quarantining, so you really can't get out and about. So what are you doing?
What motivates me is the people that watch my videos. I know that sounds corny, but so many kids have messaged me, and they're just like, your video really helped inspire me to become something. And I was just like I didn't think that was gonna happen, and that really got me. And I was just like, now after that happened, I was just like, I really want to take this seriously.
Absolutely.
That's just so beautiful to share that connection with someone you don't even know, from France. We have people viewing from France. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, that's amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah. And I can resonate with you with that, because as you know, I'm a speaker, and I've been doing a lot of things. And that's the reason why I continue to speak and share my message. It's really hard talking about, what a dark place I was in. I talk about in my book, but was self-medicating. I had many moments where I didn't want to be alive, and I ended up in jail for an assault case because I was so angry, and that was my turning point. And when we go through something so bad in life, when do we want to go back, circle back, talk about it, and share it to the world?
Yeah.
Heck no, we don't. We want to just kind of keep it to ourselves. So when I was able to give my first speaking engagement in front of 1,500 people, and that's the same feedback I got from people all over the country. And it wasn't anyone that lost a limb. It was, their dad walking out on them. It was, abuse at home from their husband or wife or etc. So many different scenarios that played out. But it's all about people healing and inspiring people and really helping them to be better, however that looks like to them. And that was the big motivator for me.
It is.
Hearing that feedback and the testimonials telling me that you changed my life and you're helping me be better. And that's the reason why I continue to do what I do, wrote the book, became a certified happiness coach, launching a trauma class coming up, and just doing so many different things. So I completely support you. I'm super proud of you. So what do you plan to do next?
Still on the drawing board. I'm not sure. I'm just kind of going with the flow, but I know I need a plan, and I am thinking about it in every day. Every day I wake up, I'm thinking about it, and that's what really motivates me is when I wake up, I'm just like, today I'm filming a video, and that's what gets me jumping, because just knowing I'm entertaining people out there, and people look up to me. So
what's stopping you from you're thinking about it, you want to do something, but you haven't? You said you're still planning.
Yeah, the direction that everything's going in, because all my friends are moving, you know what I mean? So
Boy for college.
Yeah. So it's just, what do I do next? You know. So I'm faithful that we'll find a way.
Of course,
something will happen.
Things always work out exactly how
everything,
it should.
It might not turn out the way I want it, but everything will
maybe
be okay.
even better, right?
Yeah.
And that's so interesting because that's something I had to learn how to deal with as well. There were certain gigs I wouldn't get accepted for, or certain things I wanted to do, but I had to remember that I wasn't getting rejected, I was being redirected, right?
Yes.
So there's a lot of there's not a lot, but there are some things that don't work out, and now I'm at a place where, because it wasn't supposed to happen, Suzan, just keep going.
Love that. I love that.
Just keep going.
I love
so
that.
I had to really be in a comfortable space for that. So now when I do get rejected, I'm good, because I'm like, better opportunities are coming.
Yeah.
But I feel you on that, just keep going. And, a few things I'd love to help you with is, start journaling,
Yeah.
That's something to write down your goals and your plans and what you want to do and all that good stuff, and set short-term goals, long-term goals, and whatever you need to. But we all have thoughts in our head, and we all want to do so many things, but those are just thoughts. When you write them down, it becomes more visual.
Yeah, of course.
It becomes more powerful, and then you can look at it and start working towards a goal. So journaling is something I recommend to all of my coaching clients. Maybe it's something you can start doing.
Of course.
And I really think it's going to help. Write down exactly what you want to do and how you want to execute it, and when you want to do that, and set your goals. Because if we continue to think, I want to do this, I want to do that, every day I'm waking up, okay, I want to write a book, I want to launch a class, but those are just thoughts I have in my head.
Yeah.
What am I going to do with those thoughts, right?
Yeah, I'm mesmerized. It's so like, you're just speaking straight facts on me. I'm just like, wow.
I love it. And I'm here to support you and help you in any way possible. But, don't get me wrong, I've been there. I've had so many plans, and I want to do all of this. I want to do so many things. And if I didn't write it down, if I didn't have a plan, I'm just still thinking about it day to day. And next thing you know, it's a year later, and I'm still thinking about it. And I don't want you to be in that position. I know you're so freaking talented. You have so much love and support behind you, and you have a great platform. You're able to do whatever it is you want to do. So take that opportunity, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will.
Awesome. Well, I love it. We're going to be back more. We're going to be back and more with Dylan Tran in a bit.
Oh, I'm so...
Hello, I'm Francisco Sanchez, Deputy Emergency Management Coordinator for Harris County. April 1st is National Census Day, and it has never been easier to respond on your own, whether online, over the phone, or by mail, all while maintaining social distance and without having to meet a census taker. By being counted in the 2020 census, you will help determine funding for emergency services that are critical to helping us respond to COVID-19 and other disasters like flooding and hurricanes. We all count, and we all get to shape our future by participating in the 2020 census. You have until August 14th to participate, but don't wait. Do it today. Visit 2020census.gov for more information.
Hello, I'm Jose Hernandez, retired NASA astronaut, entrepreneur, and proud son of migrant farm workers. Our migrant families do very important work. Many follow the harvest and move frequently throughout the U.S. and thus have many needs. One way to improve your family's future is by participating in the 2020 census. The census only occurs every 10 years, but it affects public funding for clinics, schools, and other essential programs for our communities. Each person must be counted at the address where they live the most during the year. However, if you move frequently, don't worry. Simply fill out your questionnaire where you are living on April 1st, 2020. The information you provide is confidential and is not shared with other government organizations. The future of our families depends on you. So make yourself count before July 31st. For more information, visit the website 2020census.gov.
Our nation is being seriously affected, not only emotionally, but also clinically. Parents or guardians dealing with a teenager in crisis that require transport to an appropriate treatment facility makes that decision even more difficult. My Armor Services Transport is here to help. Their agents are personal protection officers and private investigators, state certified and trained to accommodate firm boundaries and de-escalations, all while recognizing your loved one's sense of individuality and dignity. Most times your loved one will not respond favorably to being placed in a treatment program. Positive and safe transportation assistance becomes critical when violent or defiant behavior to a placement is anticipated. My Armor Services Transport understands this is a difficult time for you and your family. They are committed to transporting your loved one with dignity, respect, securely, and with compassion. Let them assist with this heavy burden. Call today at 1-800-341-0919 and let My Armor Services Transport be the first strong step you take toward resolving this difficult and complicated issue. COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The Now Media Video Business Card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The Now Media Video Business Card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
The right tax team is key to any successful business. At America's Tax Firm, our goal is to help individuals and businesses of all sizes with accounting solutions and tax strategies that yield profitability, sustainability, and growth. At America's Tax Firm, we have a team of experienced tax consultants and advisors that can help your company optimize business strategies to minimize taxes and reduce liabilities. From preparing and filing your personal or business taxes, or choosing the right legal structure for your business, to resolving complex tax issues with the IRS, America's Tax Firm is your turnkey solution. Take a strong and decisive step and let America's Tax Firm be part of your success.
Hi, this is Alberto Tudela. The Houston metro area has experienced a substantial increase of wind and hail damage, flooding, and other perils in the last 5 years. Now more than ever, it is critical and essential to ensure your company, your property, as well as your family have the right insurance coverage. Tudela Insurance Solutions offers a wide variety of insurance for home, auto, property, as well as life insurance. My goal is to find a tailored option that guarantees the right coverage at the right price, specific to your needs, present and future, so you protect what matters the most. Call me today at 713-714-4475 and allow our team at Tudela Insurance Solutions to make sure you're protected. Accidents never happen when we expect them. Now is the time to ensure you have peace of mind.
I'm Mike Mogel, the CEO of Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. A clean and disinfected space is essential to keeping your customers and your staff healthy, safe, and productive while preventing the spread of COVID-19. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with more than 20 years experience in janitorial, restaurant, post-construction, and floor maintenance cleaning. We really make it shine. We are focused on quality cleaning and wellness in our customer spaces. Our team is professionally trained to ensure not a spot is missed, and we use products that are safe for your property and your people. Our services are tailored to your individual needs and include expert floor care, dusting, sweeping, mopping, vacuuming, detailing, glass cleaning, and deep disinfecting. Our experienced team is here to make your office as comfortable and clean as possible. Visit our website at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or call us today at 832-689-7996. Now that's a clean sweep.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Be Better with Susan. In studio, I have the one and only up-and-coming content creator, Dylan Tran, in the house.
Everyone.
Hi. So he's back after he poured like a cup of water on me, but it's okay. He had to cool me off. You know, now I'm cool as a cucumber. So let's go back to asking you. I'd love to pick your brain and ask you, for other people out there that, their passion is creating content, what does your process look like?
My process is super, super long, actually. So it starts with me sitting in a room by myself, and I just brainstorm. So when I brainstorm, I also work all day. So when I'm working all day, or now I'm working all day, I'll sit there and just doze off and just be in my world of thinking about ideas. And another part of that is TikTok. TikTok has a lot of things that they do, and it's just maybe we can recreate that too. And so I get some inspiration from there, and a lot of help comes from my friends. Behind the scenes, they're creative people, and they come up with these crazy ideas, and I just greenlight it, and we go out, we do it. And the process behind that is my favorite part, actually executing the idea, the planning too. Yeah. The planning, and when it finally goes through, it is so satisfying. When everyone's there at the same time, we have all the supplies we need to do. It's a beautiful moment. Would you like to give me like an example of like one of those moments?
You give me an example?
Yeah, of like.
Of course, okay. I love that.
So there's this one video that I have where it's my friend, and he's in like in a Speedo.
Oh, do you have this on YouTube?
Yeah, it is.
Maybe we can find it. What's the title for that?
It's I have no idea.
Guy with Speedo.
I have no idea what it's called actually.
It's okay. Go ahead.
It's one of those videos, but it's my friend, and he goes down a ramp. He bikes down this ramp and into a lake, in a neighborhood lake, in a Speedo. And the process of planning, so we had to build a ramp. Mm-hmm. We had to find a Speedo for this guy to wear. We had to find a bike. We had to find floaties for the bike. We had to make sure everyone was free on this same day. It was a Saturday, before Thanksgiving, and people are always leaving on Thanksgiving. So planning all that and coming together, and the idea behind researching about this idea was some movie. I forgot what it was called. It was a movie, and we had to watch that. We had to watch how we were going to cut it, what angles we were going to film at. So that was the process. We had it all written down, and then on the day of filming, I love this part, and it's the part where we change our ideas. So we have something planned, but then it's like, oh, maybe this will be better. And I love doing that because it's like we're just bettering ourselves, and it's like sharing ideas with other people. It's my favorite part. And yeah, we got it done, and that's probably my favorite day of ever filming because it was just so planned and executed perfectly.
I love that. So when you mentioned there are supplies you need to buy and things to support the videos, how do you get funding for that?
How do I get from birthday money?
Okay.
Birthday money. At the time it was, but now I have a job now. But at the time, it was a struggle. I would only have like $100, and sometimes my friends would help pitch in, and shout out to them for that. They're the real ones.
So shout out to you guys. If you want to donate to Dylan's fund to help him become more creative and help him with some supplies, then feel free to hit him up. What's your social media?
My social media for everything is not Dylan Tran. So just not.
Just one word, not.
Yeah.
I mean, all together.
Yeah, all
no
together.
spaces, no underscores.
No hashtags.
Okay, so
no
not
underscores.
Dylan Tran. I love that. So you mentioned there was a guy in a Speedo, and he's driving his bike in the lake, and you doing all these fun things and filming. Have you ever been in a position where there are some people that you've approached that don't want to be a part of your videos?
So many people, so many. In the beginning, like I said, I was a gamer, and everyone's like, you're not going to make it on YouTube. You're always going to have haters, you know what I mean? And I had to get used to that. So once you step over that hump, it's like the only opinion that really matters is myself. And once I got over that, I was fearless. I was just like, hey, do you guys want to be in a video?
Yeah.
And then if they say no,
Yeah.
I respect their decision. You know,
Absolutely.
I can't force them to be in my video. But yeah, a lot of people they didn't want to be in the videos, and I was like, that's fine.
Did they give you a reason why, or just
They're just like, why would I want to be in your video? You know what I mean? It's just
interesting?
a little bit of bullying, but
Yeah.
you get over it.
But it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. You're just going to prove them wrong.
Yeah.
You know, and you're right. You can't really force anyone to do anything they don't want to do.
Yeah.
You put your vision out, and if you're on board, cool. If not, then we'll see you next time. You know,
course.
it's all good. There's other people, I'm sure, that want to be involved in this project and to be a part of, you know, your legacy.
Yeah.
So that's so awesome. And how about your family and friends? I'm sure they're supportive, but how has the feedback from them been from your videos? From a different perspective, your parents
Yeah.
a little older, they're around my age. So when they watch your videos, your aunts, your uncles, or, you know, those around you.
It's been really good feedback, and this sounds really like softish, but I've never really made my dad laugh before. So when he watched my videos and he started laughing, I low-key like teared up a little, because I was like,
You're
yeah.
low-key tearing up now.
I know. Because,
hon.
dang.
It's okay.
I don't know.
Let
I don't
it
know.
out.
Yeah.
It's healthy.
My dad's he's a big inspiration in my life. So is my mom. And just seeing them laugh at what I do and just being proud really, really gets to me. Yeah.
I love that. And, you know, tears are healthy, babe. You got to
Yeah,
let
I
it
know.
out.
Every night.
Every night.
I'm just kidding.
I love that.
Oh, but
Yeah. So if you were to tell your mom and dad something right now, if you look in that screen and just give them some words of gratitude, what would
Of course. I just want to say thank you for raising me to become the person that I am today, giving me all these ideas and telling me that I can achieve anything that I want to, and giving me so many opportunities like this. I'm really thankful for both of you guys, and I love you guys so much. Yeah.
That's so sweet. I love you. You're so awesome. So what else? I mean, what other plans do you have? I know that now you said that you're going to, you know, try to start journaling and doing that,
Yeah.
and trying to putting those plans in motion, because once again, we can have all of these different plans and thoughts in our head, but they're just thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Until we actually do something with those beautiful thoughts. So what would you like in a perfect world? What would your video look like next?
My video that look like next?
Yeah. What would you want to do?
That's a good question. I have no idea. That's a really good question. I had this idea for a car wash, but we just need the people to be along on board. It's a very interesting ask. Let's just say that. Yeah, it's an interesting concept. or an
And would you
interesting
say
idea.
your videos are appropriate?
No, not at all.
Oh, not at all.
No.
How do your parents feel about that?
At first, I thought they were gonna be mad at me. I thought they were gonna be like, "This is gonna affect your job in the future," but they respect it 100%, and that was surprising.
Yeah. And when it's not appropriate, what type of inappropriateness is there? If you can just share a little.
It's like just a childish humor.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
but nothing like.
Nothing dark or anything.
Nothing
like
dark
that.
or-
It's just like private parts and stuff. It's just that stuff. Yeah.
And your parents, what do they say?
They just laugh along.
But you're pretty surprised though, because in
yeah,
the beginning.
but they always make those jokes too. But I thought they would be mad because I'm sharing it to the world, because that could stop me from getting a job and stuff. But they're on
super
board.
supportive.
Yeah.
So this is what you want to do in the future. This is
Of course,
This is your
my
passion.
job is just to mess around all day and do what I love, just make videos and hang out with friends. If I have to work for it, I'll take it.
You know, they say if you love what you're doing, you're not working. a
Yeah,
day
it
in
doesn't
your
feel like
life.
work.
Yeah. So, circling back to the pandemic, what were some of the struggles that you went through? I mean, I know
Yeah.
all of us are struggling in some way, whether it's big or small, and there's a lot of financial hardship out there. You're fortunate. I'm sure you're not dealing with too much of that. You're still with your parents,
Yeah.
which is a cool thing. Let's be real here. I would, trade places in a heartbeat. So what were some of the struggles that you experienced, or maybe, some struggles that your loved ones experienced?
My friends, I know they're talented people. And so when like they would play soccer or like whatever sport they're playing, their season got cut short. And I know how that feels, or I don't know how that feels, but I could imagine how it feels to just put your last year at this school. You've played for 4 years and you gave it your all. This is your last season. For example, the girls soccer team, we were like first or second in the nation, and our season got cut short. We were gonna go to state, and it got cut short. So I could just imagine how that must feel to not spend time, to not just be a part of a team that you were with for 4 years and it all coming to an end out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. There was no preparation for this.
Yeah.
And just not being able to finish your season. And then on top of that, I would say another hard point to me was that like my last year was cut short.
Yeah. Tell me more about that.
It was just
How short was it cut?
It was 2-3 months.
Okay.
But in that time, there was prom that we missed and graduate. And I know this sounds like it's such a small problem, it's just prom, but it's just an experience.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
That's
it's
your
an experience. Yeah.
right? A lot of people get to experience that, and this is a new generation, and that's fun. Those are things you look forward to. It's a part of your journey and the memories you make with your friends. So, hey, those are some videos. That's cool. Those are your
prom.
friends?
Yeah.
Hey.
It's the prom that we did set up.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you weren't able to experience that, and what else? I mean, what did you guys do anything in lieu of that?
Well, we didn't think we were gonna experience it because we ended up experiencing it. But at the time, we were just like, oh, we're not gonna experience this. And the thing that hurt me the most was how short our school year was. Like, it went by so fast. High school, I thought I was gonna ride it out for the next 3 months before COVID hit. I'm gonna make the best of it. And then when we got the message that we weren't going back that next week, I was just like, dang, like. I didn't spend the last 2-3 months that I wanted to because I had all these plans and it just got cut short. But I guess that's like a takeaway you can get from this is that like not everything's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Like you got to make the best of it.
Yeah. And what you said earlier as well, it's like what you said with the filming thing I really enjoyed. Your favorite part is filming and you have all these plans and process and then things change.
Yeah.
And that's life, right? Things can change in the blink of an eye, and plans change and your expectations also can shift. But that's the beauty of it, just making the best of the situation. And a lot of times when we have a plan and things go completely different, there are many times where the plan actually ends up even better.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree.
That's
100%.
so cool.
Yeah.
So I love that so much. But we'll be back in a bit with Dylan Tran.
Of course.
Hi, this is Alberto Tudela. The Houston metro area has experienced a substantial increase of wind and hail damage, flooding, and other perils in the last 5 years. Now more than ever, it is critical and essential to ensure your company, your property, as well as your family have the right insurance coverage. Tudela Insurance Solutions offers a wide variety of insurance for home, auto, property, as well as life insurance. My goal is to find a tailored option that guarantees the right coverage at the right price, specific to your needs, present and future, so you protect what matters the most. Call me today at 713-714-4475 and allow our team at Tudela Insurance Solutions to make sure you're protected. Accidents never happen when we expect them. Now is the time to ensure you have peace of mind.
Graphic design, banners, brochures, business cards, posters, any printing you need for your company's branding, Priority Printing SS is your solution. With more than 30 years of experience, Priority Printing SS has been the preferred solution for hundreds of companies for any printed materials. At Priority Printing SS, They believe in listening to you, bringing you creative ideas to effective results. Your printed materials talk about your company. Make sure they open the door for you. Trust your printed materials to the experts. Call Priority Printing SS at 713-575-9800 and let Priority Printing SS handle with ease all your printing needs.
Hi, I'm Mike Mogel, the CEO of Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. A clean and disinfected space is essential to keeping your customers and your staff healthy, safe, and productive while preventing the spread of COVID-19. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with more than 20 years experience in janitorial, restaurant, post-construction, and floor maintenance cleaning. We really make it shine. We are focused on quality cleaning and wellness in our customer spaces. Our team is professionally trained to ensure not a spot is missed, and we use products that are safe for your property and your people. Our services are tailored to your individual needs and include expert floor care, dusting, sweeping, mopping, vacuuming, detailing, glass cleaning, and deep disinfecting. Our experienced team is here to make your office as comfortable and clean as possible. Visit our website at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or call us today at 832-689-7996. Now that's a clean sweep.
How's you? Oh. Hi. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Be Better with Susan. Dylan and I are having so much fun in the studio. Hi, Dylan. How are you, bud?
Good.
You're good?
Still great.
Okay, so I want to talk about your bright, bright future. Like, how does that look like?
In a perfect world, my future would be living in a mansion. I'm just kidding. In the future, realistically, college, obviously, get that out the way, get my degree.
So that's a good thing you mentioned college. How has the challenges been with college submissions?
Yeah, it's all online, and it's such a frustrating. You got to call the place. They leave you on hold for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's I'm going to HCC, so just talking to them. I bet a lot of people are going there too. So just talking to them it's a pain. And then my dad's new to this. My mom's new to applying me online. So it's just been like a fun ride.
It's been challenging.
Yeah, challenging but fun ride.
It's been challenging, I bet. And what are your plans after HCC?
Hopefully this YouTube stuff takes off. But if not, get into some business.
It will take off. Your thoughts become,
I agree.
You know, what you put out there, and you manifest it. You pray on it, you manifest, and you just work hard. In my book, I talk about BBPP, which is the 4 beliefs, which is you pray on it, you work hard, you believe in yourself, and you just put in work, right? So as long as you keep doing that, I do see things evolving, but it's all up to you, right?
Of course.
It's all up to you getting up and really putting those plans in motion and doing something about it, because we're only here for a certain amount of time on this earth, and you just got to do what you got to do.
Yep,
so that's amazing. So let's talk about you've mentioned your YouTube channel and creating content, but at the end of the day, that's what you want, is to just create content and really inspire people.
Yes, ma'am.
That's your goal.
Yes, ma'am.
That's amazing.
It is. Yeah, and I wouldn't trade it for anything else.
Yeah.
I really want to make it in this industry, and it's a challenge, but it's worth it. The payoff is higher than the work.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to put in the work because I really do like it. But
how long have you been doing this again?
2 years. 2 years total. Yeah.
Does it feel like 2 years?
It is not. It feels like 1 year. Like everything just goes by so fast, and I actually made a video about this where it was just like time goes on by so fast. In a blink of an eye, I'm gonna be like 50, and I want to look back on myself and just be like, did I do everything that I wanted?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I started the channel. Like sitting in a room all day playing games, that was fun. Don't get me wrong, but I just want to make the best of it. Because if I was on my deathbed today, would I be happy with how I spent my life sitting in a room all day playing games, or would I be happy going out and experiencing new things, making friendships, and just experiencing life? You know.
Experiencing life and making those connections, and you're able to create these awesome videos and use your creativity and share it with the world.
Yeah.
You know, that's amazing. So, you know, I want to talk about mental health, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's been a strain on many of us, many people, and, you know, suicide rates are skyrocketing, sadly. So how do you feel that the teenagers or people in your age group, how are they doing during this hard time?
Yeah, everyone, I wouldn't say is depressed, but I can speak from experience, because even before the coronavirus, I was depressed for a little. I called the suicide hotline because I was like, I don't know what I was feeling. It's just something you can't explain. You're just sad all the time. And I did call the suicide hotline, and I talked to them and stuff. And I believe that everyone needs to have a breaking point, because that's when you realize, because after that I was just like, life is too short to take for granted. I need to make the best of this. And I really do think that once you go through that breaking point, you really find who you are, because that breaking point really makes you evaluate yourself. And like once you hit rock bottom, you can only go up, you know what I mean? Like, so that, I think that has a huge part in my, like, where I am today, because after that I just focused on myself, did YouTube, and that's where I am now.
So you would say that your breaking point and your depression kind of put you in a bad place, and we've all been there.
And and then especially teens today, I feel, in my opinion, I think everyone is sad a lot. And I mean, the media has, all the songs out right now are sad. They're all about suicide and stuff, and I feel like that has a big, and social media too, looking at other people's lives, that gets to you, you know, like when you're living when you're living your life and you see like a millionaire living there, it's not the same, you know.
That is such good stuff, and it kind of makes me emotional, because I've been reading a lot about depression as well, and mental health, because that's what I talk about. It's a huge topic in my speaking engagements and everything that I preach. Like, we just have to maintain our mental health, right? It's hard, it's tough, and you know, I've been there where there are many moments where I didn't want to be alive after the loss of my arm, and you know, there are many moments where I just didn't want to see the next day, and hitting rock bottom, seeing my turning point. And now it's like we are living in a depression epidemic, right?
I agree.
Many of us are depressed, and you know, the suicide rates are skyrocketing, and the internet culture, the internet comparisons, it's tough. Right? You're on the internet and you're looking at all these beautiful people or wealthy people, and it makes you feel like crap.
Yeah,
right?
and it's like when you're like, I'll be sitting in a room and I have all these people, like my family that I know love me, and it's just, in my head I'm just like, these people don't love me. Like, and then once you start to think about it, it's like, if I did take my life today, that should, like, imagine how selfish that would be, you know, like all these people are gonna be grieving over me, and that's the reason I didn't. And you know, I stayed back, or I just chilled out, had like a week or a month of, or no, it was a week of rest, and just got back on my feet. And then I started the YouTube channel, and that's where.
Yeah. Well, thank God that you're here with us, and I'll pray for you and hope you don't have any of those.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Once in a while, but
it's natural.
Yeah, of course.
I have them as well, but I know now that you know, it's not that deep or to the point where I want to do anything drastic. But I know that fortunately I don't. Fortunately you don't. But there are people out there that do. And if you do, please, there's help out there. I'm sure there's a suicide hotline, the one that you reached out to. And mental health is it's so big right now. It's big all the time, but as of right now, it's even harder for people being isolated, not being able to be with their loved ones, and all the financial hardship that they're experiencing.
Yeah.
So it's a really hard time. I wish the best for you guys, and if there's anything I can do, please feel free to reach out to me. But most importantly, take care of yourself, and just know that there are people out there that can help you, but please allow them to help you.
I agree. And
Yeah.
I just want to add on that nothing lasts forever. So all the hardships you're going through right now, like this, I don't think this pandemic will last forever. It's everything gets better in the end. Like, you've made it this far in life, just keep going. You know what I mean?
I love that. I
So,
really
yeah.
do. And, I think about myself in this situation, but also there's a lot of thought into, we go through some really hard times. We all have them. We face adversity. Everyone's dark time looks completely different, right? So we are no one to judge what people are going through. But when we're going through the dark time and we're at that cusp, we want to give up so bad and we want to throw in the towel. I've been there. But once we actually overcome that, that's that sweet spot, and things get so much better. But in order to experience that sweet spot, you got to keep going. You just can't give up. And you have to tell yourself that you're resilient and you're stronger than that. And I feel like from all of the dark times and all of the bad moments that I experienced, it actually just makes me more appreciative for life now.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and loving on these moments
For
with
sure.
you, and your family's amazing, your parents amazing, and just being surrounded with good people, and it just makes me extremely grateful. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree 100%. And yeah, if I did commit suicide, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have made all the memories. In the span of senior year, so I was like depressed junior year, and then that summer I was like, all right, I'm making a change. Senior year has been the best year. I gained 1,000 subs. I made so many new friends that I've been at the same school with the same people for 3 years prior to that. And the last year I started becoming friends with them, and I was just like, they could have been my friends for way longer than this. And it's just, but like I said, you got to reach that breaking point, I believe, until you get to, like, you gotta taste the floor until you can taste like sweet, like,
Yeah.
until you can eat gourmet. So
Taste the floor until you eat
Yeah.
gourmet, buddy. I like that.
Yeah.
And that's so true. And just like you said, you wanted to give up and you didn't, and things got even better
yeah, of course.
than you could have
Because you
imagined.
can appreciate it more once you're
Absolutely.
down there. Once you're
love
alone all the time, and then once you start being around people, it just lifts your spirits. And I wouldn't trade that for anything. And I'm so happy that I went through that process. You know, I don't want to change like anything that prior to that. I love the way I've come up, how I was raised, and I love how my school years went. I wouldn't change anything about it.
I love that. So did you talk to your parents when you were feeling depressed?
I did not.
So they're finding out now.
Yeah, I bet. And I bet that's like most kids too. They don't want to tell their parents that. That's such a awkward conversation. The only thing you have around you is your friends. And then especially in this day and age, I feel like no one really wants to be around a Debbie Downer, you know, but it's just, your real friends will. Because some of my friends were, and they got me through it. They said, you gotta find something you like. You gotta find a purpose that, like, what do you want to do?
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Find something that gets you excited to jump out of bed,
Exactly.
right? And you found yours, and
Yeah.
that is way cool at the age of 17. Super dope. But you're right, and that's a really interesting thought, that a lot of teens may have suicidal thoughts or may, feel depressed, but, you don't want to, hey, mom, hey, dad, this is how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
So you're able to confide in your friends.
Yeah.
Were your friends going through any of those emotions as well?
I have friends now and I try to help them too. And I feel like there's only so much in my power. That's kind of like your own battle kind of thing. But I would try to help you as much as possible, but not to the point where I am annoying you. But if you're in that spot, that's just you gotta get through that on your own.
Yeah, and I feel that for sure. Like, you want to be able to help them as much as you can, but if you continue to be too intense, they're gonna kind of back off.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of know your boundaries, right? And at the end of the day, you can help anyone around them, can say all these beautiful things and support them, but ultimately it's up to them and how bad they want it. And that circles back once again to, you know, after the loss of my arm, I knew I had like friends and family around me, and I knew they were affectionate and loving on me and telling me all these things and super supportive, but I didn't feel any of that.
Yeah,
it's like, you know,
100%.
I'm like, y'all don't know what I'm going through.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and looking back in hindsight, man, they were trying the best they knew how to. They've never had anyone that lost a limb, so they were just trying to take it day by day and trying to support me and love me to the best of their ability. So it's been an interesting
Same
journey.
with the YouTube stuff. You know, when I first had, like, I don't want to compare losing an arm to like YouTube, but like putting in all the work that, like, it was just I was doing school and editing a video takes like 12 hours, 20, like depending on the edits. During school, I took like 2 AP classes too. So that was really busy. And I only get like at the time I was only getting like 100, 200 views. And those are all people from our school. And there's always times where I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to quit. Maybe I don't really like this, you know? And then my friends would be like, dude, you like keep going. Like, I love your videos. And it's just like, all right, your opinion doesn't matter that much to me. But in hindsight, it does, because they're supportive. You know, I was pushing them back too. That's I guess I could kind of like compare.
Yeah, because when you're going through your journey and all those noises around you, although they're supportive and they're great and they're amazing, but you're like, you just don't understand.
Yeah, because they think it's like you don't understand what I have to do. Like, I'm doing all this, and it's because they don't have a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
they don't know what I'm doing, and I don't want to go around and be like, hey, I'm doing all this.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so.
Well, you're doing great, and I love that you have a really good support system around you, and people are praising you and giving you great affirmations, and that's amazing. And we'll be back with Dylan. Thank you.
Our nation is being seriously affected, not only emotionally, but also clinically. Parents or guardians dealing with a teenager in crisis that required transport to an appropriate treatment facility makes that decision even more difficult. My Armor Services Transport is here to help. Their agents are personal protection officers and private investigators, state certified and trained to accommodate firm boundaries and de-escalations, all while recognizing your loved one's sense of individuality and dignity. Most times your loved one will not respond favorably to being placed in a treatment program. Positive and safe transportation assistance becomes critical when violent or defiant behavior to a placement is anticipated. My Armor Services Transport understands this is a difficult time for you and your family. They are committed to transporting your loved one with dignity, respect, securely, and with compassion. Let them assist with this heavy burden. Call today at 1-800-341-0919 and let My Armor Services Transport be the first strong step you take toward resolving this difficult and complicated issue. Graphic design, banners, brochures, business cards, posters, any printing you need for your company's branding, Priority Printing SS is your solution. With more than 30 years of experience, Priority Printing SS has been the preferred solution for hundreds of companies for any printed materials. At Priority Printing SS, they believe in listening to you, bringing you creative ideas to effective results. Your printed materials talk about your company. Make sure they open the door for you. Trust your printed materials to the experts. Call Priority Printing SS at 713-575-9800 and let Priority Printing SS handle with ease all your printing needs.
Hello, I'm Francisco Sanchez, Deputy Emergency Management Coordinator for Harris County. April 1st is National Census Day, and it has never been easier to respond on your own, whether online, over the phone, or by mail, all while maintaining social distance and without having to meet a census taker. By being counted in the 2020 census, you will help determine funding for emergency services that are critical to helping us respond to COVID-19 and other disasters like flooding and hurricanes. We all count, and we all get to shape our future by participating in the 2020 census. You have until August 14th to participate, but don't wait. Do it today. Visit 2020census.gov for more information.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The Now Media Video Business Card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The Now Media Video Business Card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Be Better with Susan. I'm glad you're still with us. I have Dylan Tran in studio with me. Hi, Dylan.
Hi.
So I love what we were talking about before commercial break about mental health, which is near and dear to my heart. It's such a big topic, right? It's something that we all face, right? We all go through something. We face adversity. Some of us aren't able to talk about it. We don't want to be vulnerable. And others may feel like no one wants to hear what they have to say, or maybe no one cares about what they have to say. So mental health is so big, and I'm so proud that you were able to open up with some of your challenges that you were going through in the past. Right. And earlier you mentioned that you were kind of getting depressed here and there, and you called the suicide hotline. What were the signs that made you decide to call that hotline?
I just felt like I think this is one of the symptoms, but it's like when you're in a room with so many people and you still feel alone, like just like everyone, like you're not there, you're non-existent. And I felt like after that, I was just like, okay, I just want to call them, see if they could help. Because at the time, I wasn't talking to my parents. I wasn't talking to my friends about it. So, like, and the thing about the suicide hotline, too, and it's like a random person, you know? Like, it's not like you're talking to a counselor that you see in person every day. It's someone across the world. You're talking to this person, and they're just guiding you through it, helping you through it. And that's what I find good about the suicide hotline, is because someone you can talk to that won't spread your information around.
Absolutely.
And I love that. Yeah.
And someone outside of your circle, completely non-judgmental as well. You don't see them face to face. Maybe we can pop in the suicide hotline for Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really helpful. So as a wonderful friend that you are, what are some ways that you could help your friend if they have some type of depression symptoms?
One thing I would do definitely is just make them feel like they belong. Like don't outcast them. Invite them to all your parties. Try to hang out with them as much as possible. And I feel like that really brings up their spirit to know that they're not alone. You know, they have someone that they can trust, a friend.
Yeah.
You know, because when you're going through that, you just feel like you have no one.
Yeah.
And having a friend next to you sit through the thick and thin, it's that would really make.
Yeah, and I love that. And that's why it's so important to check up on your loved ones, right? Whether it's text, whether it's a FaceTime call, whether it's an email, or just old school style, pick up the phone and let them hear your voice. I think that's so helpful, because when you're going through depression, which I've experienced and which you've experienced, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for bringing that up and for being raw and talking about it. That makes you so strong.
Of course.
And the suicide hotline prevention number is 1-800-273 833-8255, and that is very, very helpful. But yeah, you're right. You hit it on the head. Regardless of how much support you have around you or how much love, you feel alone, right? You just feel alone. So thank you so much for reminding us to check up on our loved ones. That's amazing. Okay, so in Be Better with Suzan fashion, how has all of the adversity, all of the hardship, all of the challenges, how have they made you better, Dylan?
I believe what doesn't kill you or what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I also believe that, truly, I do believe this, that everything ends up being okay. Like I said, it might not turn out how you want it, but it always ends up okay.
I love it.
And yeah, it's just keep grinding, keep being in a good mindset, and you get through everything.
I love it. And we're going to wrap up. Tell us once again how to look for you.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter, not Dylan Tran.
Not Dylan Tran.
Yes, ma'am. And then my YouTube is just my name, Dylan Tran.
Dylan Tran on YouTube.
Ma'am.
Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I wish you the best of luck. And
Thank
I'm
you.
so excited to see what you got brewing for the
course,
future.
as well
All
as
right.
you.
Yeah. So I'm sending you good vibes and a great big hug. Thank you. See you next time.